holding screen. She's fine. lost the music here. And me. We'll have to do it. We'll have to go with it as it is. Oh, can you hear me on that?
Good evening and welcome to our trivia night this evening. Sorry we were slightly delayed there. We're just solving a few issues. Me and Sarah have lost the ability to hear the sound desk this evening, which will be interesting when it comes to sharing some of the answers of the round later on. But yeah, let's start by saying my name is Mark Kelly. I'm the Divisional Youth Specialist for Yorkshire South with Humber Division.
And I'm Sarah Beecham, and I'm the Divisional Youth Specialist for Yorkshire North and Tees. We've been now doing these trivia night and worship nights for over 20 weeks. It seems like it's been a long time, and every week is very, very different. Today's theme is all based around what happens next. So there's going to be loads of different rounds based around that. We need to say a massive thank you to James Beecham for putting this whole quiz together this evening and working really, really hard on that.
It's great to have those that are with us already join us. Thank you for coming along. Please share with your friends and family. As Sarah's mentioned, we're going to be looking at what's next. We've got some various rounds that are themed on this, but we're going to also be discussing what's next in terms of our Sunday evenings, and we want your input on that as well. But we'll talk a bit more about that later.
Absolutely. Earlier on in the on the comment stream, you will see that I asked you a few weeks ago. I asked you what flavour ice cream I should be going for on my holidays. Now I'm not going on holiday anytime soon, but I am thinking about having a takeaway this evening, and I'm fancying a pizza. And I just want to know, what toppings should I have on my pizza, or what toppings should I absolutely avoid?
There's a lot of mixed feelings on pizzas. Some people feel passionately that pineapple shouldn't be on a pizza. What do you think when it comes to that?
I think I'm happy with pineapple on a pizza. I would definitely never ever have peppers on a pizza. I think that's absolutely wrong. Anybody that has peppers on a pizza is wrong. There's a DYS not so far away from here that loves to have sweet corn on a pizza.
Just a sweet corn pizza. Is there anyone else out there that likes just a sweet corn pizza? I think this individual might be on his own.
I think he might be on his own. Every time we have a residential and we order pizzas in, it seems to just be cheese, tomato and sweet corn, and I think that's a little bit strange, if I'm honest.
Lynn Gibbs has commented, anchovies on a pizza.
Oh, I've never had anchovies.
Hannah Ellis has put pineapple with lots of exclamation marks. Now, I'm not sure if that's like pineapple, I'm disgusted, or pineapple is a must on my pizza.
I think it's pineapple is a must, if I'm honest. I'm reckoning so. And I've never had anchovies in my life, never mind on a pizza.
Well, that's something
so maybe that's one to go for.
So what would be your favourite pizza?
I think I like so many. I'd probably eat most things, to be fair, as long as it didn't have peppers on it. But I do love a ham and pineapple pizza.
I have to say, this is not the start of the evening I was expecting to discuss our favourite pizza toppings. I have to say, I quite liked, I had a barbecue chicken one last week, but it had a layer of chorizo underneath, and that was very nice.
I ordered that, and that was purely by accident. But yeah, so I know this isn't the start to the quiz you were expecting, but hey, like we say, we've been doing this over 20 weeks now, and each one's very, very different. So tonight is all about what happens next, and we are going to be discussing that more and more and more as the evening goes on. We would love to have your input on that. It is completely a family-friendly quiz, and it is all done for fun. So you can either play against other people who are watching, or you can play against the members of your family. And I think we're going to start straight away with our first round. And this one is based around lyrics. So I don't know how much you know about music, how much you enjoy music. I love music. It's not often in our house that there is ever quiet. There is normally some form of music going on, but it's going to be a lyric quiz, and we're looking for the next line to the lyric, or we're looking for the song title, or we're looking for the artist.
Yeah, if you're like me, you'll probably recognize it, but just really struggle to name what it actually is. I love these types of rounds. So as Sarah said, you're going to see a line from the song, and then you need to try and write what the next line is, or share with us who the artist is and what is the name of the song. So we've got the first one on the screen, and it says this: she played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. I think that's a nice, easy one to start with, but maybe it's just I know it well.
I'm really struggling not to sing. I had to genuinely put my hand over my mouth to stop myself from singing, which we've done these quizzes before, and I've ended up singing on camera and down my microphone, so I'm going to try and not do that. So yeah, do you know the answer to this one? So we're going to show you three. So as soon as they come up, please send your comments in. You guys know how this works now. The next one is: maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. And try not to say it in how it's
sung.
Yeah, how it would be sung.
Okay.
So that one's number 2, and the third one.
Third one says, remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. Now, as we've already mentioned, when you're sending us in, and many of you know this because you've joined us in previous weeks, put number 1 for your answer to number 1, number 2 for your answer to number 2, and number 3 to your answer to number 3. We're quickly rolling through them again, so you can see each of them. We've had some answers come in as well.
We've had some
already.
answers already. We're always very, very grateful for your answers coming in. It's very nice to know that we're not just talking to ourselves when we are doing
just sat
this
talking
quiz.
to ourselves about pizza.
Just,
and,
yeah.
and going back to the pizza, I think Lynn Gibbs is saying, no, don't put anchovies on your pizza, or don't try it. I think you should try it. I think it should be a test experiment.
I'm blaming Lynn Gibbs completely tonight if I had an anchovy pizza.
Yeah, just clarify, Lynn. Do you like anchovy pizza or do you not? We're a little confused, but I still think Sarah should try it.
I'll be really upset if her advice is not to have it, and then that's all I've ordered on my pizza tonight. I will never come to your DHQ ever again.
So we've got some answers coming in. I don't think we've had any for number 2 yet.
So we've definitely had some answers for the first one. Oh, it's good to know that Teresa's commented saying that Sam really likes a margarita pizza. Dan Sefton loves a Donna pizza. We had one of those last week as well. Lots of people saying stuff like that.
It's great. Good evening to Harry Mortimer. It's just joined us. It's great to have you all watching with us this evening. So I think, shall we go through number 1, the answer for that one?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's. We've got an answer for each of them, whether they're right or wrong, so let's go for it.
So the lyric for number 1 was, she played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. The answer of that was Galway Girl by Ed Sheeran. And I think Dan Sefton has put the next line, which he's put, kissed her neck, then I take her by the hand.
Absolutely. We've got a
That's
few of these
exactly
as
it.
well. We've got Julie Webster answering there. I'd love to know if it's Julie or whether it's Lily. But if not, it might be that Julie's a massive fan of Ed Sheeran. Hannah Ellis getting in there as well with the answer to that one. And then number 2, which had a couple of answers. Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. It was Rag and Bone Man, and the answer is human. And lots of... not many of you getting that one, bit of a trickier one.
I would have struggled with that one. I don't think I would have got that one at all.
That's the one I was really trying not to say in the
In the style?
Yeah. And then the last one in this one says, remember to let it go into your heart, then you can start to make it better.
I'm singing that in my head. So, yeah, Lynn Gibbs has got that. It's one of her favourites. It is Hey Jude by the Beatles. Dan Sefton's given us the next line. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. So, well done for all of you who got them. We're going to move on to the next three in that round.
Okay, so you've got no excuses now. You absolutely know what you are doing. So put number 1, number 2, and number 3 by these. And the first one says, Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
When you say that out loud, I was thinking of Jesus Loves Me, the song.
Again, I'm trying not to sing.
That isn't the song. But
It's not.
Yeah. So the line says, Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, and the next one, number 2, says, for what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not. Again, try not to read it in the style of how it is. And then the number 3 on this round says, when you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle.
I definitely know that one. It's really hard not to.
I'm also trying not to whistle right now. So there we go. There's the next one. So there's some answers coming in for that one. So we'll go. They'll keep coming up on your screen, and they'll keep going through. So this one's number 1. This one's number 2.
Also, whilst we're doing this tonight, please share with us where you are joining us from. It's always good to know where you're joining us from. Me and Sarah are in Sheffield Citadel, and we're obviously thankful for Sheffield for letting us stream from here each week, which, as we've mentioned, this is our 23rd week, so we're coming up to half a year of live streams, which is crazy.
I think we're going to have a party when we get to half a year.
We're also aware
When
that
I say a party, me, Mark, and James and Christian.
It's going to
just
look
the
awful.
4 of us.
Aware of it, between our 2 divisions, there's quite a few of us that are in stricter lockdown measures, and that might be quite challenging. So please do keep in touch with your friends and check in on them, see how they're doing during these days as well.
Yep, absolutely. We've got some answers coming in for these ones. It's great to know that kind of Wayne Price has joined us. Hello to Georgia, who is joining us from Liverpool. Already got some correct answers kind of coming in from her. So anybody kind of watching further from Liverpool or nearer than Liverpool? Anybody watching?
Yeah, is Liverpool the furthest away tonight? Well, I guess we'll find out soon.
I was going to say, I think we'll find out fairly soon. Don't forget to keep sharing this. Invite your friends, invite your family. It's very much open to anybody that would like to join us. So we'll start with the first one of these, which the line was, Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So Lynn Gibbs has put in, I imagine this is Lynn Ann Railton. Who else put this in? Dan Sefton, Georgia Ann. The answer is Mrs. Robinson. And yeah, it's by Simon and Garfunkel. The next line is, God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. So well done, Lynn and Railton. You got that one. Well done to Dan. Quite a few of you getting that one as well. So well done on getting that one.
And this one, the next one says, for what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not. Do you know the answer to this one? Would this one have been one that you knew?
Don't think so, no.
This is one of my favourite songs. It's quite often in the car. It is belted out, and it is My Way by Frank Sinatra. It is one that I sing at the top of my voice and get told so often by James to be quiet.
I should definitely have got it, because obviously I know the song and stuff, but yeah, it just didn't resonate with that line. So well done if you got that one. There was quite a few people that picked that one up as well.
And then the last one, and I think this one is a very well-known one. It says, when you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And I reckon quite a few people would have known that one as well. And it is always look on the bright side of life. And it's Eric Idle. I think I'd have struggled to know who was singing it, but I would have known the song.
Yeah. Wayne Price got that one. Well done as well. There's a few others as well. I think I would have got the title of that. I probably would have got his first name. I probably would have struggled just to remember the second name as well. So well done on getting them. We'll move on to the last 3 in this round.
Yep.
So again, 1, 2, 3, and put your answers next to it. This is the first one. It says, well, maybe there's a God above, but all I have ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. I don't have a clue.
Ah, yeah, this one's a good one. The next one says, wrong information always shown by the media, negative images, it's the main criteria.
And then the last one is, remember those walls I built? Well, baby, they're tumbling down. It says really weird. Feels really weird saying that just as a line.
So we'll read through those again really quickly, and then again 1, 2, and 3. Well, maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. And that's
then
number 1.
Number 2, wrong information always shown by the media. Negative images, it's the main criteria.
And then number 3 on this one says, remember those walls I built? Well, baby, they're tumbling down. It is a very strange line just to say on its own. Those questions are going to come up. Anybody that's just joined us, we're looking for the next line. We're looking for the artist, or we're looking for the song title. Any of those 3 would be fantastic, and get answering as quickly as you can, because we will move on really quickly.
And there's quite a few people already answering on those last 3 already, so great stuff, getting in really quickly with those. You're doing much better than I would. Obviously, when we knew we were having a few technical issues and we weren't able to hear the sound desk, we quickly jotted down the answers so we weren't stuck in the middle of tonight, which is really helpful, because otherwise it might have been an interesting evening for you watching, as me and Sarah would have just been guessing the answers.
We say we jotted them down. Mark did. I just forgot and was just enjoying the quiz too much. So a massive thank you to James for putting this week's quiz together. And it's all themed on what happens next. And we are wanting to have your input on that as the evening goes on. So what happens next?
So let's start going through them. We'll go through number 1. So the line was, well, maybe there's a God above, but all I ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. And I've seen a couple of people write this answer down. Hannah Ellis, you've got it, is Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. So well done for that. And well done to Dan Sefton. I think you got the next line as well.
Absolutely. He says, I love that song. And again, it's one that I love singing along to.
And it's been sung by so many artists as well.
Oh, absolutely loads. So number 2 said, wrong information always shown by the media, negative images, it's the main criteria. And a few people getting this as well. It was a huge, huge song when it first came out. And it is a Black Eyed Peas, Where Is the Love?
And Lynn Gibbs has said that's on her Isolation disc collection, which was shared on the Salvation Army's Facebook page probably a few months ago now. But I'm sure we can reshare that later as well.
Fantastic. And then the last one, remember those walls I built? Well, baby, they are tumbling down.
I've seen this artist.
You've seen her?
But I would never have got the right answer.
Oh, I think this one out of all of them was the one that I would have probably struggled with the most. But the answer is Halo by Beyonce.
Yeah, well done to Harry Mortimer, Dan Sefton, Georgia. There was a few that got one as well. So well done on getting that. Well done on all of those. I think Dan Sefton managed to get the next line on pretty much all 9. So big shout out to Dan for doing that. So well done.
Absolutely. So this week we are really asking for your input. So whether you are a young person within the division, whether you are a parent, whether you are a youth leader, we are asking for your input. On Thursday evening, we are going to have a Zoom meeting that's going to be hosted by myself and by Mark. And we're just looking at what happens next with the youth work within the division. And we are wanting your input. That is pretty much what we're going to discuss. It's going to be very strict. It's going to be no longer than an hour. It's going to be 7 till 8. And at 8 o'clock, we will cut off and we will go and discuss. The details are on the screen. Please, please, please get involved with that.
Yeah, anyone can join us. We're very aware that over the last half a year as it approaches, anyone has been able to connect through our Facebook page, join in with our worship evenings, join in with the trivia nights. And we want these to continue in a way, but our priority for me and Sarah for both our divisions is the youth work within it. And we want to look at how we adapt the worship evenings, how we adapt to trivia nights, so they are still relevant to you as well. There might be people out there that you're aware who have never connected with the worship nights or trivia nights, and that's totally fine. But they might actually want to have a say on some of the things that is going to happen next. So I'd encourage you to share this information with them, get in touch with them and say, this is happening on Thursday evening. The way it will work, you will join the Zoom call, there'll be a waiting room, and at 7 o'clock we'll let everyone in. Me and Sarah will do a bit of an intro bit and chat to you, and we'll take it from there. But the more people get involved, the better. We really want to continue our work, but we want youth involvement throughout it. But your voice really matters to us.
Yeah, absolutely. We are really just really passionate. We said last week we will fight to give young people a voice. Well, actually, you guys have a voice in what we do next, what happens next. That is really key to us, that it's not our plan, but actually you input into that. If you are a parent or a youth leader, then again, we really want to have your input onto it, into this. It may be that you're not able to meet with us on Thursday on Zoom. You may have a prior engagement, you may be at work, but if you would like to contact us before that, then again, we would love to hear from you. We'd love to have your input. I know loads of you are still in WhatsApp groups and other things that have been happening since summer schools, and they continue to happen, which is absolutely great. I would really encourage you to put this in that. So if it is the fact that we've not seen the young people, they're not interacting with this, then they don't miss out on having a voice.
Yeah, I think that's really well said. We obviously need to take into consideration what the guidelines will be from the government and the Salvation Army at each step of the process, which could, over the coming weeks, could change daily, if not weekly, or what have you. But we want to have lots of your input, so we can jot those notes down. And then when me and Sarah are planning, we have got your voice there. And hopefully we can create something along with you that is going to be great going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. But for now, let's get back onto more quiz night fun.
Yeah, we're going to move on to the recreate round with a difference. Yeah, over the previous weeks, we have done lots of recreate these images where you have seen a series of images and you need to try and recreate that image at home. Tonight, we're going to kind of do that with a little bit of a difference. Sarah, do you want to explain this a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we are going to see is we are going to see a clip that is what happens next. But actually, instead of us showing you what happens next, we want you to make up your version of what happens next. So what we'd love you to do is we'd love you to take a 10 seconds, no longer than 10 seconds film, and send it into the WhatsApp number that will appear. And we'd love for you to send those in. It's going to be completely creative. Some of them may be famous videos that you'll know what happens next. Some of them will be completely different. There are going to be 3 videos that appear on your screen. And we'd love you, if you could do all 3, then fantastic, great. But if you can only do 1, then again, absolutely fantastic. And we are going to give you, there's going to be a 5-minute countdown. And we just want you to recreate as many of these as you possibly can. So we are looking, again, the theme of the whole night's quiz, what happens next?
Yeah, so it is these recreate images with a difference. As Sarah said, we want you to be as creative as possible. And what we'll do is we'll show you each of the 3 clips, and then you need to create what happens next. And then later on tonight, we'll show each of those videos that you send in, but we'll actually show you what actually happens next as well. So shall we show the videos?
Let's see all 3 videos.
That leaves one other person. Gillian, it might be you.
Oh, come on.
So it's between Linford and Gillian.
The public have decided the person they want to see face the live Bush Tucker trial is... Gillian.
No. Oh, come on.
Come and join us, Gillian.
Be sure that everything will be perfectly in order to get these last pins, and it is a
Little white.
That leaves one other person. Gillian, it might be you.
Oh, come on.
So it's between Linford and Gillian.
The public have decided the person they want to see face the live bush tucker trial is... Gillian.
Oh, come on.
Come and join us, Gillian.
Could you?
Be sure that everything will be perfectly in order to get these last pins, and it is a
So just to let you know, that last clip, it didn't have any volume or audio. The reason for that is it actually tells you what happens as it's going. The commentator shares that. So each of those clips, we are wanting you to film a 10-second video, maximum of 10 seconds video, send into the WhatsApp of what you think happens next and be as creative as possible.
Absolutely. You're going to have a 5-minute countdown. So you can try and challenge yourself to do one of these videos, or you can try and challenge yourself to do all 3 of these videos. But we just challenge you to be as creative as possible. What happens next?
So if you've just joined us, we've just had a 5-minute countdown where anyone that's been watching so far this evening have been recreating videos to what they think happens next. We saw a series of clips beforehand, and they were trying to create what they think happens next. And later on this evening, we'll show some of the videos we've had in, and we'll also show you what actually happened in those videos as well. But we're going to move on to two more clips. If any of you have watched at the end of the year, I think it's on Channel 4, the Big Fat Quiz of the Year, they have a news presenter, Jon Snow, on, who reads out a song, the lyrics of a song, in the style of a news article, as if he was presenting the news. Well, you're going to hear two of them now, and we want you to guess the artist and the song title. And put those answers in. You'll hear both clips back to back. So here they are. It's number 1 followed by number 2. And you are to try and guess what song is he describing and who is the artist. So here is number 1 and number 2.
An unlikely economist has released new guidelines to help Britain cope during the recession. The London-based expert indicated that she does not need our money, and is keen to implement a new fiscal policy that would effectively make the world dance. The report commissioned by Coconut Man and Moonheads claims that during an economic downturn, everyone should look to the left, then everyone should look to the right. It goes on to conclude that it's not about the cha-ching, cha-ching, and warns that Britain should be less concerned about the bubbling, bubbling. A lifetime observer of the United States has revealed that the country has exhibited an unrelenting pattern of mayhem and conflict. The commentator also drew attention to a media blackout this morning, with nothing on the TV and nothing on the radio, apparently that we can believe in. In a statement that acknowledged the civil upheaval, a White House spokesman commented, there is unrest in the USA.
So I've actually never seen, I've seen Jon Snow before, but I've never seen this quiz, and I'm absolutely, I love these. I love how different they are and how tricky it is. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. In the 5-minute countdown, we realised that the phone that we used for the WhatsApp was about to die, so I had to run downstairs and get a charger.
We were trying to cover it, but you
we were really, and I thought I was fitter than this. I am not. I'm really out of breath still.
So yeah,
big head to Mark.
You haven't seen the quiz before. You've obviously seen the news before, which he presents often. We've had a few answers come in, but yeah, there's loads of these where he is describing songs in the style of a headline news article that's just come out as well. They're great. So we've had a few in for number 1 already. Some have said there's nothing for, if you don't know what number 2 is. Whoa. How would you have done on these? Would you have done okay?
So I think number 2, it was the line, there's nothing on the TV, there's nothing on the radio, and that was the line that absolutely, I knew what it was at that point. So if you're still looking for number 2, that's the line that twigged it for me. And but yeah, maybe a slightly older song, maybe than the first one. I think it's slightly older, or at least I think in my head it's slightly older.
Yeah, we've had quite a few guesses in for number 1, but number 2, I wouldn't have got number 2, to be fair, as well. I would have struggled with number 2 as well. So yeah, well done to you, Sarah.
I was going to say maybe I should sing it, but then you probably still wouldn't get it either. Maybe I won't sing it. My microphone is definitely back on.
So yeah, if you still send in your videos, you've only got a matter of seconds to really get those videos in. It's always great to see what you are managed to recreate or how your creative minds work. So thank you to those that have already sent them in. But if you haven't already, please get them in as soon as possible.
Yeah, so number 1, we've had lots and lots of answers for. And I'm going to leave number 2. We won't give you the answer. We might play it again at the end and see if anybody gets it then. But number 1, lots and lots of you have managed to guess that one. And it was Jessie J. And again, but then it's now stuck in my head. So I think these are the songs that are going to be on repeat in my head.
The thing is also, once you know the answer and you hear it back as he describes it, you think, wow, that is really, really clever how he's done that. We do have more of these, so we'll probably save them for a future quiz or whatever we end up doing in the future. We'll save it for them as well. We've had a few answers now actually come in for number 2. George Ann said America. Yvonne West has said Razorlight America. You are both correct, so well done.
The
I'm
line,
guessing it.
nothing on the TV, nothing on the radio. That means I must
And
be.
she's singing.
Yeah,
You couldn't resist.
it's fine. I am singing. At this point, we will say that James isn't in my ear telling me to be quiet because that's not working tonight. So I can sing all I want.
It's also really challenging doing a quiz when you've got no one telling you what's next, what the answers are.
Absolutely.
And the theme is what is next, so there we go.
What is next? Absolute chaos, but never mind.
But yeah, well, we have mentioned earlier on it, again, if you've just joined us, we've mentioned it on Thursday evening, we are going to be having a Zoom call. Me and Sarah will be leading that Zoom call from here, and it is an opportunity for you to have your say on what you would like to see in the future in terms of what's next. We're very aware we've been running these worship evenings and trivia nights almost for half a year, and we really want your input as to what happens next. What have you enjoyed? What would you like to continue to see as well? Maybe some fresh ideas. We want your involvement as much as possible. But we also want the involvement and input from people that maybe haven't tuned in. We'd love to hear from them what they would like. So whether that's you send me and Sarah a message in the coming days, and we can take that information to our Zoom call, or whether it's you come along and actually join us. So please share this information with your friends and your family. We'll also be sharing this on our Facebook page throughout the week, so it's not the last time you'll see the information for the call.
Yeah, and we're going to be sharing it with all court officers across the 2 divisions as well, because actually we'd love as much input as possible on these. And if you are unable to make it on Thursday night, if you have a prior commitment, if you're working, if something else is happening, then again, we'd love you to give us that information, tell us what is going on, tell us kind of what your thoughts are, tell us what your what your views are. I think it's really tough because we've been doing it for 6 months. You don't want things to go stale. We don't want to stop something that you're loving. So at this point, we need your input. We need your answers.
Things ever change, we want to keep it fresh, we want to keep it relevant as well. That's important to us. And we're also mindful of the guidelines as well, so we'll keep in adherence to them as well. But we are going to move on to something new now. And it's more of a traditional round of what happens next. So whilst you've been recreating what you think happens next on some video clips, we're now going to show you some clips, and you simply need to guess on our Facebook chat what happens next. We're going to show you 3 clips first of all, back to back. So again, as we've done all the previous rounds, put 1, 2, 3 in your answers of what you think happens next.
Absolutely. I love this round.
So we'll start with number 1, and there we go.
Defoe, that's a lovely touch.
I'm frustrated. You got this, sister. You were super, super close. Right in the kisser. Show that night who's boss.
Big black Australorp cockerel, one of 500 birds that are being judged today.
Defoe, that's a lovely touch.
I'm frustrated. You got this, sister. You were super, super close. Right in the kisser. Show that night who's boss.
Big black Australorp cockerel, one of 500 birds that are being judged today.
So there you got 3 clips of what happens next, and we're looking for you guys to answer that. Some answers are already coming in. Typically, the first one was about sport, and Dan Sefton doesn't know the answer. I guarantee you, if that was a music question, Dan, you'd have been there straight away. You would have known the answer. Some of them are famous clips. Some of them are absolute random stuff that we have found online and in different places. So if you don't know, take a guess.
I love whenever we're doing these types of rounds, I love seeing how people's mind works and what they try and think, what their guess is. When they don't know it, they try and imagine what that answer could be. So yeah, even if you're not sure, try and be creative and send in an answer of what you think. That was our first 3. After we've done these 3, we are going to do another 2 as well. But you've seen those first 3. And the first one was a football one. I think it was from 2010. But yeah, I think we've got a couple of answers in for that. But if you haven't guessed already, maybe just have a shot at trying to get the answer.
Absolutely. I think these are the first one is the best known out of all the clips. definitely the best known. The other two, I would take a wild guess, because unless you've seen them before, like, unless you've searched for these, I don't think they're particularly well known.
I was going to say, I don't think I'd seen 2 or 3, and I was shocked when I saw number 2. So I'm looking forward to seeing your answers, and I'm looking forward to your response when you see the answer as well.
Oh, I would love, I'd really love for you guys to, I'd love to be able to see your faces. And we showed Mark some of these earlier, and instead of watching what was happening, my thing was to watch Mark's face and see his response, and I'd love to see yours. But let's get showing these. What happens next? Let's see the answers. If you've not sent it in, there's still a little bit of time. Get sending them in. What happens next? So we'll go for the football first.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you want to show the clip again of number 1, please?
Defoe, that's a lovely touch.
So this was the England versus Germany. I think it was a World Cup in 2010. I remember it well.
Oh, I remember it very, very well.
So we've got a couple of guesses in. Dan Sefton, I don't know. Georgia Ann says an own goal was scored. I think that's it for the first one. So yeah, let's have a look and see what happens.
Defoe, that's a lovely touch. Lampard! Brilliant! It was in, no! That surely crossed the line. It's not been given. It's big in. Here we go. Oh! It's so far in.
Was it FIFA don't want? Technology. Thanks very much.
So yeah, England scored a goal. Still hurts to this day. England scored a goal, but it wasn't given. Who knows? It could have changed that game altogether. Somehow, I don't think it really would have. But yeah, Lampard had scored a goal. The referee didn't see it cross the line. This was before we had VAR technology. So the goal wasn't given. No,
it wasn't given at all. For the next one, I would really love to know your response on this. So at least please give me either an emoji when you see this, or a comment of what is your response, because I just wish you were here to see your faces. But we'll go for number 2, and we'll watch that one. What happens next?
The sister, you were super, super close. Right in the kisser. Show that night who's boss. Oh, God.
I can't believe it.
Did you see that one coming? She didn't.
That's right. I'm glad you've shown me these before we go live. She said she was going to get it right in the kisser, and she definitely did that. That's for sure. Yeah, she went to fire the watermelon. It backfired and hit her straight in the face. We do know she was okay after that, so that's okay.
Yeah, and it was the slow motion shot, I think, that got me even more than any of it. None of you have sent an emoji. None of you are laughing. None of you are cringing at this. I don't know what to think.
There was quite a few of you who got the right answer, so maybe you did see it beforehand. For me, that was the first time I'd ever seen it. I was quite shocked. But yeah, something of the unexpected for sure.
So we'll go for number 3. What happens next? There's a few excellent answers for this one. Chicken lays an egg on his head. On his hand, sorry. I read head. On his hand. The bird pecks a presenter's nose. The bird flies away. Lots and lots of different ones. Let's see what happens next in this one.
Big black Australop cockerel, one of 500 birds that are being judged today at the show.
Didn't see that bit. Are we live? All right, we're good. We watched that before, but I didn't notice the bit where he runs down the corridor, just screaming at the top of his voice. Something, I guess, presenters or whatever, just wishes never happens, actually happened there. So well done if you guessed that. There was a few of you there. I wish the bird had laid an egg. That would have been funny as well. But yeah. So
I think I've got a few friends that are really scared of birds, Bryony being one of them, and I genuinely wish he'd have been there, because it would have been brilliant. But it was just the horror in his face, something like, what is going on?
He was clearly scared, and obviously he must have had been calm and composed beforehand, holding the bird. So as soon as it flinched, oh, he's freaked out, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
So well done on guessing that. We're going to move on to our next two. We've got two more. Again, we're going to show you the clip back to back, and then you need to guess with your answer number 1, number 2, what you think happens next, and we'll go through them again. So here they are.
Oh, this one's a still image. So it's a guess what happens next. This is an American kiss cam. And we don't have these in sporting events, but the aim is that these cameras go round, they see couples, and they've got to kiss. So my question is, what happens next on this? We have a video of what happens next, but we need your responses on that one. So what happens in this? It's an American basketball game. I think it's Celtic versus Bulls.
Oh, well done.
And kind of what happens next in this American kiss cam?
And then the next one.
Ooh, that was a short one.
Oh.
Excellent.
I haven't seen that one. I didn't see that one beforehand, so I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. We've had a few answers come in straight away. Again, as Sarah's mentioned, the first one is a kiss cam in America. Sometimes it tries to home in on couples. Sometimes it just tries to get random people in the crowd as well. So yeah, right in what you think happens next. And then that last one was another football-related one. What do you think happens next? We'll give you a few minutes to get some answers in.
Yeah, there's some good answers coming in for this one. We've got rejection and get slapped. I'm not sure if that's the female or the male. Which one gets rejected, which one gets slapped. No. He refuses to acknowledge the kiss cam. That's a good answer as well. Gets rejected, so kisses the guy on the other side. Definitely an interesting one. And we've got a couple of answers coming in for the next one as well. So keep your answers coming in for these two. So we've got American kiss cam and we've got the penalty that was about to be taken.
Yeah, we've had some answers coming for the second one. The goalie dives to the ball and misses. We've had the ball goes in the other direction to the goalie. We've had he face plants the floor. All again, good guesses. Yeah, keep your answers coming in. We'd love to see it. And in a minute, we will actually show you the clip from number 1 so you can see what actually does happen.
We've got Hannah Ellis has just come in saying the first one, pours a drink over his head. Second one, lightning strikes. Wow. That is an out there answer.
To be honest, I've not seen it, so
it could be there.
Could be, yeah.
Honestly, but we played a game of what happens next a couple of weeks ago, and the answer was that a parachutist landed in a boxing ring halfway through a game, halfway through a match. So who would have ever predicted that? So it could be lightning could strike. I've not seen the answer to that one, so who knows?
So shall we go and have a look at the first one? We've got quite a few answers in. We're now going to show you the clip from the kiss cam. So here you go.
Here we go. I think that one, again, is absolutely amazing. I don't know how that guy felt. I don't know how they got away with that, but absolutely brilliant. Shouldn't ever be ignoring your girlfriend at a sport match.
I just think, has he never been to like an American game before? Like, you're on the big screen. You think he would have noticed a little bit. He was clearly not having any of it. And the shock when the mascot comes along. Don't think I would have guessed that. So well done to any of you that guessed any part of that one as well.
Well, yeah, so Hannah Ellis got some of that by saying the pours a drink
over his head.
So there's definitely there. Dan got some by saying that she gets rejected. Yeah, she didn't kiss the guy on the other side. It was run off with the mascot. We'll look for the next one. So this is the football one. So about to take a penalty. What happens next?
Unbelievable. So what happens there? He takes a penalty. hits the crossbar, the goalkeeper runs off celebrating, thinking, yeah, I've won the game or we're doing well or whatever. But as he's celebrating, the ball bounces and the spin back creates the ball to go in the net, scoring a goal. I would never have predicted that. I wish I was at that game to actually see that. That would be quite memorable.
I think I'd have been too distracted. I'd have been celebrating, running along. I wouldn't have seen it go back in. I would have, yeah, absolutely fantastic. So again, what happens next? That is the theme of our whole quiz for this evening. And it's all based around what happens next. We've got a probably a more difficult time of lockdown kind of coming on. And we just want to know what you guys want to do next. So we are inviting you into a Zoom call on Thursday that's going to be hosted by myself and Mark. And we'd love your opinions. We'd love your thoughts on what happens next. What happens next with the youth work in both divisions?
Yeah, we're aware very much that across both our divisions, there's areas where stricter measures are being brought in. And that might have quite big implications for you. This having come from a period of isolation back earlier in the year, there might have been things that worked really well for you or things you felt would have helped during that time. We want to have a conversation about that as well. What if we do go into slightly stricter measures or more of a period of lockdown, what would be beneficial to you during that time? And from our Sunday evenings, what can we do that you would really benefit from? So yeah, come with some of your ideas, send them into us in advance as well. It's good so we can prep them and talk about the logistics of things, whether we can make things happen. But we just want to have an opportunity for you to have a say.
Absolutely. So you guys earlier on this evening recreated some What Happens Next. It's a completely new one. We've not done this round before. And we showed you some very short videos and you guys were recreating what happened next. So we don't know what's been sent in.
No,
We've said today
no.
that we're not communicating with James in the tech desk at all. So what happens on the screen is going to be as much a surprise to us as it is to you guys out there. So there was 3 clips. There was an I'm a Celebrity, there was a bowling, and there definitely was another one.
Well, shall we show all 3 of them again? And then people can see them. So we're just going to show you the clips, and then we'll then show you the videos we've had sent in that people have tried to guess what happens next. So here are the first 3 clips.
That leaves one other person. Gillian, it might be you.
Oh, come on.
So it's between Linford and Gillian.
The public have decided the person they want to see face the live bush tucker trial is... Gillian.
No. Oh, come on.
Come and join us, Gillian.
Be sure that everything will be perfectly in order to get these last pins, and it is...
So yeah, there was the clips which you saw, and we've asked people to send them videos of what they think happens next. The last video you saw there had no sound, purely because it gives away the answer somewhat. So we didn't want to do that. We wanted to see what you could come up with in the meantime. So we've had a few videos in. As Sarah said, we've not been able to connect with the sound desk today, so we don't know what has been sent in. We've got an element of faith. We're hoping some things have been sent in, otherwise we're going to have an awkward pause here. Yep. But let's have a look at what has been sent in.
Go.
That was somebody from the Ellis family. I'm not sure which one you were recreating. I'm not sure if that was the... it could have been any of them, to be fair.
Yeah, it could have been. I think it might have been the last one.
You think it was the last one?
That's my guess. It might have been the last one. Please let us know if it is different. But thank you for sending that one in. Have we got any more that we can share as well?
It's me. Nah, I'm not doing it. No. No, absolutely not. Not doing it. Not doing it. No, no. It's me. Nah, I'm not doing it. No. No, absolutely not. Not doing it. Not doing it. No, no.
Brilliant. I guess that was the first one. That's their take on what they think happens next. We'll see shortly whether it does.
As I say, we'll find out if Georgia was right and if that is what happens next or if it's something completely different. Who knows?
We have to say, great acting, Georgia.
Yeah,
well done.
very,
Thank you for
good.
sending it. It's great to have you with us each week as well. So thank you for joining us.
We'll go for another one. I'm loving the fact that there's a soundtrack in the background.
Yeah,
there
it's our countdown. So we're glad you kept us live whilst you were filming that. That was the second video clip that they've tried to recreate there. Again, we're going to show these very shortly, so you will see what actually happens next soon.
Fantastic. Well done to the Ellises for that one. Have we got any more?
So thank you to Dan Sefton for sending that in. He's been a bit more creative, and we encourage the creativity. He's obviously gone on his Nintendo Wii and filmed that little video, so thank you for sending that one in as well.
Does that count as sport, Dan? That's what I want to know. Does that one count as sport?
Yeah.
So, and, have we got any more?
Yeah, we've got
Great
another one.
stuff. We've got another one.
Right. 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 Right.
Excellent. Well done to Georgia again. There's some very dramatic acting going on tonight. I'm liking it.
There's a bit of a calling there for drama there.
Absolutely.
That fall was very good, very impressive. So thank you for sending it in. We've got a few more to show, so we'll move on to the next one as well.
Oh, actually, it's gone on the road. Oh, actually, it's gone on the road.
So thank you to Harry for sending it in. He's obviously thrown the ball, I think, into his next door neighbours.
He's thrown it onto the road.
Onto the road.
He's thrown it onto the road.
We hope there was no cars there. Yeah, we'll see if that's what happens next. Great video.
I really wish a bowling ball was that light. We'll see if that one is right. Thank you to the Mortimers for that one.
The next person doing the bush tucker trial is Gillian.
I can't believe I have to do it again.
Oh.
They've got a bowling ball.
The next person doing the bush tucker trial is Gillian.
I can't believe I have to do it again.
Oh.
I love the fact that somehow in the jungle they've got a bowling ball again.
I love that we just have these videos. We're going to keep these for years to come and just remind them of these.
It's when these people start to get married and things like that, these videos are going to come out again and again and again. Just embarrassing.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you for sending those in. It's great to have that this week as well. We've got a couple more, so we'll move on to the next one.
Nice and dramatic.
Come on, come on. Do you want a drink? Do you want a drink? Yeah. Come on, come on. Do you want a drink? Do you want a drink? Yeah. Oh, crazy.
I love listening to the sounds of these as well, the noise of what's going on. That was recreating the last video you saw, where they've dragged him along, so we'll see if that's next as well.
The fact that they dropped him again. Harry managed to pick up Leo and then dropped him.
Here, you're okay? No, you're not.
Okay, I'm glad it was on the grass. That's yeah, really pleased about that one, so thank you for that.
I think we've got two more remaining, so we'll watch for the next one.
Yes.
I really hope that's what happens next. I hope he picks up a pineapple and launches
I think
it.
that one's absolutely brilliant.
Thank you, Sam, for sending that one in.
I love
It's
the fact
great.
it started off with something round and then it went to the pineapple. Absolutely fantastic.
So we've got one more left, so we'll watch this last one, and then you will see the videos back with what actually happened as well. So here's our last video that's been sent in.
Go! Go! Again, I thought if anybody was going to do a sports recreated one, I always knew it was going to be Jen.
Yeah,
so
we've got
well
Jen at
done
the end there.
for that one. Absolutely fantastic. And again, roping in everybody else as well. I love the fact that the dogs got involved there as well. We're
it's
happy to
great
be
seeing
running
everyone's take on what they think happens next. I'm not sure if we actually saw any of what actually does happen, but now we're going to show you these clips so you can see what really happens. So shall we run through each of them back to back? So here we go.
Should be
Come and join us, please.
Good luck, Julian.
Come on, over. Come here. Come here. We'll explain it all, don't worry. We'll explain exactly what's going on, okay? Let's get Bob in. Bob.
Okay, bring the oxygen in, please.
Let's get the gas.
Jeremy, if you can just hold the
We are
legs.
live.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
What the female doing?
I'll do it, I don't mind.
Sorry, girls.
Perfectly in order to get these last pins, and it is a done deal. Mike Machuga has won his first ever title. Look at this! Now remember, that's not a foul because he didn't let go of it.
There is a little way to go. There's half a K to go, and Johnny is running out of time and is losing. He's losing his sense of direction. This is worrying. Oh, goodness me. This is a horrible sight. Jonathan Brownlee has lost it now and has staggered to a stop at the side of the course, and Alistair's stopped to help him along. And Alistair is going to try and carry his brother home. Dramatic scenes in Cozumel as the Olympic champion carries his younger brother towards the podium.
Oh my God, I cannot believe what we are seeing here, Matt. Is this allowed? Is he allowed to help his brother? You know, is that part of the rules? I'm not too sure. We've never seen anything like this before.
Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes in Cozumel. The Brownlee brothers arm in arm, but it's not by way of celebration. Henry Schumann celebrating. He's going to win this race in Cozumel out of nowhere. But we have to be concerned about the health of Jonathan Brownlee, and they're not even on the final stretch yet. Schumann wins in Cozumel. The brothers are coming home arm in arm to finish in second and third, but Johnny can hardly stand, and Alistair is having to drag him across the line and pushing him home for second. Johnny finishes in second. Goodness me, what an incredible conclusion here.
Wow. Well done to Jen on getting that last one correct. We'll just recap them. So the first one was the I'm a Celebrity, where I think it's Gillian, where she passed out. Just thinking, like, well, we're not on TV or anything, we're on Facebook, but can you imagine if we had someone in who'd just pass out, what you would do? So can't imagine what Ant and Dec were feeling during
I was going to say, we definitely don't have somebody on standby to give oxygen. No. I might have needed it when I ran to the car earlier.
They didn't have social distancing to deal with then either.
No, absolutely not.
And then the second one was the bowling one, when he goes to throw it and kind of launches himself down it. I can't
I don't even know how he does it.
I'm going to try it next time. And then the last one was that amazing clip, I'm sure many of you will have seen, played back, of the Brownlee brothers, where he stops to help his brother get across the finish line and pushes him across it. It was when the commentator says, I'm not even sure if this is allowed. Is he allowed to stop and help? I just think sometimes there's bigger things more important than the rules and helping your brother there.
Yeah, I have to say, that one always gets me, kind of gets a bit of a lump in my throat, like really, like, incredible scenes. It is also, it gets a lump in my throat and then I have a little bit of a giggle, as it is a proper shove over the finish line, and he decks it, and it does, it's very impressive.
Yeah, it's very nice to push his brother across rather than not him go first, then pull his brother across.
Pull him across.
But well done. It was great having your response. We had loads of videos sent in. Great seeing your creativity of what you could come up with. Yeah, it's been great to see your answers so far this evening.
Yeah, you guys have never failed to kind of get involved with those kind of rounds, and we're really grateful to you. It wouldn't be the same if we were sat here talking to ourselves. So thank you so much for all your involvement, all your support, and your continued support throughout all this time. That is kind of the end of our quiz tonight. Again, we're really thankful to James for putting that quiz together, for starting us on this what happens next. And we are, again, we are around on Thursday for a Zoom call. It's something new, we've never done this before, but we're having a Zoom call, and it is going to be from 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock on Thursday. It's going to be led by myself and Mark, and we're really encouraging you to get involved and tell us actually, what do you want to see next? What would you like us to do? What are you really passionate about? What would you love to have happen?
Yeah, it would be great to have your involvement in there. Maybe you're passionate about what does happen and want to come and have a say as well. We'll be kind of hosting a few different activities throughout that hour to try and get some of the information across. But maybe you want to send us some of your thoughts in advance as well. We want to remain doing things that are relevant for our young people across both divisions as well. So we want your say. So whether you've been watching all of the worship evenings and trivia nights, when you're involved, whether you know someone that you've maybe missed who's not really engaged with anything, maybe it'll be worth inviting them along to this. As we've mentioned, we will be sharing the information of this call after this evening on our Facebook page, but we'll also do another post throughout the week in the run-up to first evening about what is happening and how you can get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. We want your input as much as possible. And please share this with other people from your corps that may not have seen this. Please share it with, we're going to share it with corps officers, but you pester them as well. And let's get as many people involved in this as possible. If we need to go into breakout rooms and smaller chats, then we will do. It will just depend on who is there on the night. But we want your input as much as possible, because actually we want to give you a voice, and what happens next, we want it to be what you want to happen next, not just what me and Mark want to happen next.
So that leaves us to say a massive thank you to you for joining us this evening. We'll be praying for you in the weeks ahead. We know these are uneasy times, and there's all new measures and things we're having to readjust to again. But always know me and Sarah on the end of a message or on the phone to get in touch with us, and we will be praying for each of you. But thank you for joining us this evening.